send that signal. And I usually have a 30-second delay here anyway, so yeah, that's both live on all accounts there.
Hey, and we're back. Hello guys, this is Andy and Dodge from Bigmeks Workshop Painting Studio. I'm Andy, I'm painting on Twitch, and Dodge is painting
on YouTube. Alright guys.
So today I'm going to be attempting to finish off this guy if the will to live remains long enough for me to actually get something done. Yeah, I'm starting to get annoyed now. Dodge looks like he's going to be painting.
I'm not sure if I'm doing the octopus again, but I have this blank marine that I had some cool ideas I wanted to muck about with, so I might do him as well.
So yeah, that's what we're up to today. I might even adventure out to the shop at some point and pick up some toy soldiers, but we'll see what happens towards the end of the evening. I'm getting bored of painting certain stuff, so I want something new.
Yeah, we've been painting a lot of Games Workshop stuff recently.
Yeah.
The only difference has been, the only thing from the exception has been the Halo tanks we've been painting.
Yeah. Which aren't particularly well detailed.
No. It's mainly all airbrush work, once you get the airbrush to work.
So I'm using XV88 on the skulls, now I've got a base layer of brown on them. Just going to start bringing them up to sort of a bony colour. I don't want to go too light because they'll look too close to the armour, with the armour being a sort of a creamy white. So I'm going to try and leave a little bit of extra colour in there just to separate them from the rest of the model. No doubt I'm going to balls it up though.
Yeah, probably.
It's me.
Alright, so I'll focus on that. And Norton, stop giving me bloody pop-ups for every little thing you're doing. You remember the other day, popped up, there's nothing wrong with your computer. It's like, thanks for the notification then, I guess.
Yeah. Good to know.
Right, sort out that focus there a little bit.
So if anyone's wondering why we weren't on yesterday, it's because Dodge was doing a lot of work in the garden and I really did not feel like painting alone.
Yeah, hobby's a lot more fun when people paint alongside you.
Yep. Sometimes I'll do it, sometimes I won't. It's just more of a case of what my mood is on that particular day. And if I've got something what I really want to paint. Whichever minute I'm really lacking, I'm going to have to start nosing through my collection and see if there's anything interesting in there.
I don't feel there's enough light there. And it comes up okay. Got to figure out what colours we're going to do with him today. Well, what colours we're going to work with today. Of course, was it Monday's palette? Was this one. Had a lot of fun with that. Just realised I might not even have to take paint notes anymore if I just let my wet palette sheets dry on the side. Just let them dry on the side, put octopus next to it. There's my entire paint palette done. Right. Looked around with a lot of blues the other day. I should have a much better image for everybody now. Pick some really random colours, I think. Might muck about with some more of those pinks.
On a space marine.
Yeah, I don't know. I was really struggling to blend my pinks yesterday, Monday. I've completely lost track of days now. They'll all just mould into one day.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I'm not sure actually about the pink, we'll see. Sticking on some Emperor's Children. do something with some greens.
Make it look like a noise marine there.
Might do. At the moment, I'm really interested in making patterns and just doing any line of work that involves a lot of brush control
That's fair enough.
and technique. Working on kind of techniques rather than the actual model itself. Of course, as always, once we're done, we can just throw them into the dowel.
Well, we don't use Dell. Dell's not actually as good as the cheap stuff we use.
Yeah, we stopped using that. It's been a while.
The Clear Spirit or Clean Spirit or whatever it's called.
Yeah, this is walnut, by the way.
So I've got a bit of far brown added into the XV88 now, which has got to start making these look a bit more bone-like. So at some point today, the Warhammer community team are doing a faction focus on Chaos Space Marines, which is going to be interesting for me because obviously that's my primary faction for 10th edition. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm hoping we get something interesting.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. But obviously it's just a faction focus, so it's just like a bit of an insight into what's coming. It's not going to be, the full index, which won't be out until middle of June, end of June even. So dare say we're all coming out together with the rules.
That would be handy.
I think they're downloadable, which is awesome. So you don't actually, I don't think you have to pay for them anymore. I think the indexes are free, which would be a nice change.
It would actually. I think everyone's just everyone's just kind of tired of Games Workshop and the vast amount of books.
Oh, yeah. That's why I'm running Worldies at the minute. One book, one phase.
Pretty much.
They have a movement phase, and if there's models alive, I get a charge phase and a combat phase.
Yeah. If.
It's a big if.
That did not come out how I wanted it at all.
Although in all fairness, GW did a pretty good job of balancing them so they're fast enough to get across the table without everybody dying.
Yeah. I do like the concept of them being shot at, making them hurry the fuck up.
I used to love that with Black Templars back in, I think it was 5th. Black Templars used to start running at you if you shot them.
Yeah.
Which was really cool.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's like, oi, you killed Dave. Come here.
Why is it always Dave? So it's like the first name, isn't it? Anyone ever comes up with it's like, I need a name. Dave. Or Steve. Hoping this image shows up okay. I'm just using walnut at the moment to start putting some form of pattern into the armour.
So I'm just adding more and more far brown into the mixture here, just to brighten this colour up, without taking it too close to white.
didn't go on very straight. Then I'm just going to start highlighting the other area a little bit. Let's add a little bit of German uniform in there. Mix a little bit of add that little bit of green to the walnut.
Put a touch of white onto it now, just to finish off those highlights. A little bit going into the far brown there.
Being rather quiet today is because I'm concentrating on what I'm doing. I'm really focused for a change. Blend a little bit more of the brown on the model there. Mix that in with the green just to smooth it back out. I still find myself putting some of these layers on too thick. Green camo.
Touch of pure white just to finish it off. Don't want too much in it now.
Well, once you're using pure white, there's nowhere to go. Right, then we're going to use a bit of that ogre flesh and a bit of the white, well, off-white.
That's some reasonably nicely painted skulls done pretty quickly.
A little bit of the walnut mixed with the mauve white. We should then be able to highlight this section a little bit.
Oh joy. And we're back to non-metallic golds.
Oh, fun.
Seems to be my default setting at the minute, mate.
Get it mastered. I can complain now, but in the future you'll be really happy with it.
Yeah. I'm still gonna bitch now, like.
Yeah, that's part of the process.
Essential part.
What, the complaining?
Yeah.
I forgot to do before doing this is wet the surface. That's why everything looks all chunky and crap. Amateur move, but you can tell when I've had a day off from painting.
Going in back in with the black leather across various areas of the trim work to get that contrast started. That's getting it looking like there's massively dark and massively light areas is pretty much the entire point of non-metallic gold. So I'm just adding some depth.
Those that are watching today, again, I'm just mucking around with strange patterns. Other days, live stream, we were mucking around with this octopus, which was fun for the most part of the day. Which, considering how many hours I put into the face detail, was what, 3 hours, 4 hours of work.
Yeah, you only had it a couple of hours.
I don't think that was too bad progress for that. Right, I want to do some form of pattern on this shoulder pad. I'm just not sure what.
I want to paint some Night Lords.
Again,
Still. Let's be honest.
I suppose it's been a while.
That's basically the factory setting I go to when I'm fed up with doing anything else. So I've sent some STL files for a friend of raptors. So I've got loads of cool raptor designs.
Cool.
So I'm going to get him to print them out. Plus I'm going to get him to print out extra accessories. So then when I buy more stuff, and that is a when, not if.
Yeah, it's the definite when.
I've got the accessories I need.
Yep. Oh, I can't seem to get these shapes just right today.
Need to start throwing some shapes.
Yep.
What's your name? Where you from? Reach for the lasers.
Safe as fog.
What a film.
Classic. I was watching Evil Dead yesterday. Army of Darkness. I've not seen that in time.
Oh God. They have not held up well.
I don't know. I still think the little tiny, when ash splits off into loads of tiny ashes, I still think that's pretty good. But yeah, for the most part, they didn't age well.
You know, there was a petition to put Bruce Campbell in as the leading lady for the new Aquaman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead, because obviously Amber Heard is sort of a dirty word now these days, isn't she? So yeah, there's a petition to have Bruce Campbell be the leading lady.
That'd be awesome.
And he's like, yeah, I'm down with that. Because it's Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
And he gives no shits.
I mocked that up.
I'd just love to see him dress up as Mira.
He'd own the role as well.
He would. He'd just go full ham. Turn it into a full-on Shakespearean performance.
That'd be interesting, like.
Forsooth, Aquaman! I am a female! I identify! Mira, why do you have a beard?
Because no one cares anymore. You can have a beard if you want. The world's a strange place.
Sarah will tell me one day I've got to have a shave. I was like, nope, my beard stays.
Yep.
I'm starting to like it. Just needs tidied up a bit.
Same.
She went straight for her throat. It's like, good luck getting lucky. I'm like, whoa. Hang about.
The beard still stays.
Well, let's have a little room for negotiation here.
No room for negotiation. Beard stays.
I just don't understand how my beard's white and my hair's black.
I don't know. Nothing wrong with a grey beard.
No, it just doesn't match the hair.
It makes you vaguely look like you might know something.
Yeah. He might know a thing.
He's got some grey beard hair. I mean, a man's knowledge is all stored in his beard. Everyone knows this.
That explains why for all those years I knew nothing.
Yeah, and now you're starting to know things. Should start drinking as well. You're about short enough, you could become Tyrion.
Well,
Drinking and knowing things.
That's what he does. In fact, I'm looking seriously disappointed at Bran's story and trying to explain how it's the best one.
Even he couldn't act his way out of that.
He's like,
He was trying to give it his all, but it's like even you can't be convincing with this storyline. Like, no, it doesn't make sense that his character would then be like, this guy that I met 2 days ago. I hate that series so much now. It's like the directors were like, we did it as a surprise. It's like, yeah, but
it was a surprise.
That's like sending someone a birthday gift full of shit and wasps.
for Christmas.
It was like, yeah, surprise. Yeah, great. Thanks.
Oh look, you've just shit glitter bombed me.
I can't actually read that language, unfortunately. But I'll say hi anyway.
Hello.
I think that says hello.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what language that is.
I think it might be Russian. But it's definitely Cyrillic in writing.
Yeah. To be fair, I'm not going to have the most interesting of cameras today, as I am just mucking around with some weird paint schemes.
Hello to whoever joined us. Good to see you there. Yeah, like I say, Tyrion was superb, and yet he was like, I mean, Peter Dinklage was brilliant, but
He couldn't even sell that story.
yeah, it was a surprise. Yep, it was. It was that.
One that nobody wanted.
Yeah. Hey, Omen, how you doing?
Oh, man's back, is he?
Yeah, he's joined us. In Russian. Yeah.
Ah, yeah, we thought it was Russian. I'm not sure how I would address you name-wise either, because we can't read this font, unfortunately. And for those other viewers wondering what I'm doing, I am basically just mucking around with my shading techniques on the shoulder pad, and I'm going to try and go for some H.R. Geiger style blending, because
Why not?
I saw, who was it doing that on the Giant Reaper, the Titan? You know the name.
Painkiller.
I can't remember. Begins with L, doesn't it? French dude.
Oh, Marcin, wasn't it? The guy who did that fountain, what we liked.
Yeah, I think
Looked
so.
like a hologram.
Yeah, so I'm basically going to be blending different versions of these colours to see how I can get that to work.
His work has got himself another award this year.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think he got a silver or a gold. He didn't get the Slayer sword, but he got something.
Oh, did you see the Slayer sword piece? It was phenomenal.
The Slayer sword piece was phenomenal. I don't like it.
But the paint job, though,
Oh yeah, like I say, paint job's out of his world. It's just there was
not the most interesting model, was it?
no, the Mephiston on the other hand was beautiful.
I don't know if I saw that one.
Mephiston fighting a bunch of demons.
Yes, that was the diorama, wasn't it?
Yeah,
The posing and the lighting of that was absolutely superb.
yeah. Like I say, I saw the paintwork on the elf won the Slayer sword, and I was like, yeah, that is incredible. I just didn't like it.
Yeah.
It didn't appeal to me. But like I say, I'm taking
No, the
nothing away.
Mephiston with the demons was very captivating as a piece.
Yeah, I'm not taking anything away from the quality of the work. The quality was stunning. It just
not your favourite.
yeah, just not for me.
So we're going to keep bringing up these edges and make this look kind of weird and stringy, hopefully. I've got myself into doing quite a lot of different patterns and designs recently.
Yeah, it's what you're sort of into at the minute, isn't it?
It's that brush control for the loaded brush and the freehand work. Rather than sticking with the current Games Workshop style, that I've nearly managed to wash most of that out of my habits. I think, because Games Workshop is just add this flat colour, and then add a wash, then do this. So it's slow and tedious, and if I want something to be slow and tedious, I may as well be doing some phenomenal slow and tedious work with amazing results rather than just a Games Workshop finish.
The thing with the Games Workshop finish though is very achievable.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is kind of a point. They make their videos, their painting tutorials, not to necessarily get people up to the best quality.
Well, so they can get the job done.
Yeah, and that's what their paint range sort of leans towards.
Very true. That's why, unlike other paint ranges, they tend to have colours missing from the whole section.
Yeah. We do have a nice range over. We've got some lovely colours. Some very interesting shades. I need to play more with the contrast.
Yeah, barely touch those.
Yeah.
I'm kind of getting the effect that I want. So these will be the dark sections. I'm going to need a darker brown. I mean, I've been sticking a lot with Arbuckle recently. You can do a lot with the Arbuckle brown. It's definitely one of the darker ones, but it's also one of the rich colours.
Yeah, it's got a lovely rich shade to it.
If you just layer it really thin over something, you can really brighten it up bizarrely with a red hue, but it's a rich red hue.
I think I appear to have forgotten how to do this, which is unhelpful. It'll come back to me.
It will.
It bloody well better do. Otherwise, this is going to look like a right hash.
Well, that on its own was a little over-empowering.
Female empowerment.
Just add a bit more of that walnut in there. Painting random stuff in random ways.
No wrong with that, mate.
Just experiment, really. I did spend almost 2 years not painting anything, which is a long time when you consider we were painting day in, day out for a few years. Right, I want some more shapes on this now so I can start bringing it all out.
Stop busting shapes.
I'm busting all the moves and all the shapes today, mate.
There are no shapes.
Only one singularity. Experiencing itself repeatedly. And not at all. Stupid third dimensional reality.
Hey, I found some out about space today. Obviously,
Okay.
you've got the solar system, yeah?
Mm.
And you've got the planet zipping around the solar system at, it's like 70,000 miles an hour or something retarded.
Mm.
And then you've got the solar system zipping around the galaxy
Yep.
at about 100,000 miles an hour. Or something like that. Then you've got the galaxy zipping around the universe at over 1,000,000 miles an hour. So just sitting still,
You're moving.
we're moving at
Oh.
nearly
Like-
nearly 1.5 million miles an hour.
Don't feel like it.
And obviously, if it all of a sudden stopped, it would feel like it because you'd hit a wall at about 1,000,000 miles an hour
Yeah.
due to inertia. But it won't feel like it for long.
That's a bonus.
As your body just goes, leaves a puddle.
It would like. Mainly your brain hitting the side of your skull.
And then everything else hitting the nearest wall. Well, that's some like mad speed.
Yep. I don't think we can visualise how fast that is.
Well, space rocket does about 17,000 miles an hour when it's orbiting,
Yeah.
and that's something we can visualise because we've got rational imagery of it as such. If that makes any sense.
I think I get what you're saying.
Yeah, we've got video footage of it. That's all.
I think we've monitored it.
Yeah, we've actually seen now. We know what it looks like.
Today, just experimenting, trying to make flat surfaces look three-dimensional, which should be an achievable goal.
I'm just trying to make this not look like I've massively cocked it up.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Is that a comment there? Or is it?
No, it's just Owen saying good morning,
Ah.
which I already mentioned.
We've got a few viewers here and there. We need some subject matter people.
Yeah. I dare say I've got an opinion on it.
What have you got an opinion on?
Smurfs.
You have an opinion on Smurfs, I've heard it.
Shush. That's a Belgian cartoon. I mean,
Is it?
yeah. Which might explain its weirdness.
It goes some way to explaining its weirdness.
The other part is the fact that it's from the 80s, where everyone was high.
Yeah, I think the 90s and 2000s is just everyone coming down.
So, yeah, that's why everything's proper depressing. I don't want to make any cartoons anymore, I'm too sad.
Like Bill Hicks says, there's a war on drugs, which is great because the people on drugs are winning. And I just can never get over the irony of that. Drugs are bad. It's like, yeah, but you're not going to win the war on drugs, so what does that tell you? The people on drugs are kicking your ass.
Omen says he's still on his first coffee over here, so he's trying to wake up.
I think I'm on coffee number 4, mate.
Yeah. We're a few, probably 4 or 5 hours behind us.
I think it's
in Canada.
It's 7 or 8, isn't it?
What time is it for you over there? And this could be part of our niche, because we work in the middle of the day, unlike a lot of streams. We might
Actually start catching people from
foreign countries,
which would make sense because they're awake.
Yeah, it's 7:45 in
the morning.
In the morning. So yeah, that's what 5 hours.
That's not that far behind, really. Thought it would have been further.
It depends what coast he's on.
I
Canada's
forgot about that.
bloody
Yeah.
huge, isn't it?
Everything's huge compared to us, Andy. We're like a tiny island.
Yeah, we also have the biggest empire in the world.
That's because we're one of the most aggressive islands on the planet.
Yeah, I'm not saying that's not for a reason.
I mean, what else do you do when you're an island? You just
go somewhere else and say this is mine.
pretty much.
Basically what we did.
Still do. Yeah, so I've got some weird dips. I'm not sure what I'm doing with this.
He's in Ontario, so the closest side to us. Yeah, that'd be sort of a west coast. So, hang on, east coast. Ish. We're also on the east coast, but ish. But because England's so small, it doesn't really make a difference.
East side represent! The east side of Yorkshire. Southeast. We're the south of the north.
And also the north of the south.
Yeah, me and Jem were on about that the other day. laughing away to ourselves at how ridiculous
With
that
a
is.
northern tip of South Yorkshire.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, you can't go any further north in South Yorkshire without leaving South Yorkshire.
You wouldn't want to. It gets weirder. It gets weirder up there.
Too many whippets.
Mm.
Still an 18-hour drive to the east coast, but when it's closer than 3 hours driving to the west. 3 days! Bloody hell, 18 hours, we could probably walk to the east coast.
Yeah. Yeah, we could walk to the east coast in 18 hours.
3 days, we could probably walk.
We could walk to Cleethorpes in
a couple hours.
a day, about a day's travel from here on foot.
Yeah.
It only takes about half hour on train or something.
It's only half hour, isn't it? So, yeah.
Let's get some hiking boots on, get all this live stream shit together, let's go.
Live from Cleethorpes.
Got to bring some paints and a wet palette with us though. Today we're live streaming from the beach.
I'd catch people out. I'd be like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, painting on the go. That could be its own niche, like painting things on the go.
You see stuff like that, 18 hours, an 18-hour drive, and that's something I can't comprehend, because 18 hours you could get to anywhere in the country and back.
Yeah, I was about to say that's from Scotland to Cornwall and most of the way back, I think.
Yeah.
In 18 hours, main roads? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It's the best part of a day's travel up one half of a country. I think you can get from Scotland to South in about that time. Which ain't that long, really. The people of the South.
Hours, man. That's nuts. That's why everyone flies everywhere in America and in the States,
Yeah.
and that, isn't it? It's like you're just so far from anywhere.
Right, still need some more white in that. And a little bit more of the green.
Yeah, I've done the drive a couple of times to the east coast to visit family. Very rough to do in one go, but if you do it in 2 days, it's not terrible. Yeah, I could definitely see that being a 2-day job. That's still a long time driving, and 9 hours, 2 days running. That's a lot of work. Yeah, don't envy you that. We look at a 2-hour drive and go, bloody hell, that's a long way. I've got one of them on Saturday. Sarah wants me to take her to Brid, which is our east coast. And that's about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I'm dreading that.
Because that means you have to concentrate for 2 hours.
Bloody don't. Yeah, very true. It is like a normal work day when you think about it. Now, normally what happens when I drive any kind of distance, I just my brain disconnects and I just wake up there, which is really, really bad. You drive home and drive is about 45 minutes to work each way, every day. See, that is that would be unheard of for us. 45 minutes, any more than 20, and people start looking at it and going, "Nah, it's too far."
Probably need to add a little bit more water to this.
Pretty normal here because houses are insanely expensive in the cities. Yeah, that's fair enough. But that's the beauty of places like Canada. There's loads of nothing. You know, loads of open space. Which, that's just beautiful, really.
Just trying to paint things 3D on a 2D model. See how well I can get that done. I don't know why it's going all Death Guard, but
Yeah.
it's not the exact colouring or pattern I wanted. Trying out some new techniques. Add a bit of the old peanut butter into this, I think. With this technique, I'm also having to learn what to put into my palette because the blends are now completely different to what they used to be. Bit of water on my surface. I will get around to painting full models again at some point.
But not this day.
Not this day. At the moment, I am just mucking around with different techniques, seeing what I can improve. A little bit of peanut butter, a bit of white. Hopefully, that'll come out okay. Also, have to decide where to put this paint.
I'm really struggling here.
Yeah.
Yeah, just not wanting to do what I wanted to. I'll get the hang of it again. It's just a case of blending the colours right.
Kind of an over empowering colour, the peanut butter. But it did add some shape there. Trying to blend in some of that other colour now and put some stretches and folds into this design.
What the hell was that?
That washer dryer, the thing. I went DIY shop yesterday up road.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. To catch some old woman who didn't know what was what in the DIY shop though, but making the fork handles joke. And I was like, yes! That proper made my day, that.
Some old lady doing fork handles.
Some old lady talking to a guy at till, she's like, have you got any fork handles? And I was like, yes! And that's asking him if he's got any O's as well.
I love that. That's a great scene though.
Aye.
Better than the parrot scene.
Yeah, I always thought the parrot scene was overrated.
It was.
But it is John Cleese being John Cleese, and I mean, he does nail that scene, but it's just overrated for what it is.
It's just Ronnie Barker getting more and more aggravated. Or was it Ronnie Corbett getting more and more aggravated?
Yeah.
Throughout the scene.
I do like how they run the joke at it, you know, it just adds that layer and layer of frustration.
Yeah.
And obviously they play on that as well. It's like, I'm just going to predict that you mean something else at this point, just to have it backfire again.
Handles for folks.
Now, I think a scene that matches that for Monty Python would be Flying Circus. I came in here for an argument. No, you didn't. I came in here for a good argument. No, you didn't. You came in here for an argument. The switch on that is absolutely, it's so clever how he gets the guy to switch. Yes, I did. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. If I hadn't have paid you, why are you arguing? I've got you. I must have paid you. No, I could be arguing in my spare time. Brilliant scene. There's a whole bunch of stuff on the Flying Circus, and
usually the Flying Circus was just really odd.
Yeah, but it had lots of really interesting skits in it.
Yeah. Like kicking the out of his car.
Like the one where they make all the hospital patients go on a jog.
That sounds something like from Carry On Nerds.
Carry On movies.
In Carry On movies, don't mess with them, they're ace. They would never be produced these days.
Nah.
Mason.
You just can't make comedy gold like that anymore. Can't do anything no more. Someone will be offended.
Yeah, great. Well,
It's kind of my viewpoint, to be honest. Let them. Doesn't change anything for me.
it's your choice to be offended. My choice to find it funny.
Guess who was happier?
And Ronnie the two Ronnies with the Phantom Raspberry Blower.
I don't think I've seen that one.
But it's an ongoing one. And we're sort of like some kind of investigation, and a dude would just now and then just appear and go Scare everyone,
Yeah.
and then just disappear again.
That sounds really, really random.
Too running, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, what do you expect? That era where comedy often was really weird.
You got a whole bunch of messages on there. Or was it just Omen?
Yeah, it's just over chatting away.
Well, I'm kind of getting that 3D look.
Yeah, it's just Omen chatting away. It's all stuff we've addressed.
Ah, fair enough. Hope this camera's in focus enough for people to see what it is I'm trying to do anyway. Today, because every day when I'm doing something like this, I'm trying a new section of different colours as I have to reinvent and relearn my colour theory to go with the style of paint that I'm doing.
Reinventing the wheel.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I'm right in the mood for a carry-on movie right now. I could sit and watch one and chuckle. Ain't moving up till he good.
No, they're just cheesy.
That's part of their charm, though, isn't it?
Aye.
They are what they are.
Stick a bit of peanut butter on here. Blend that in. Find myself using my brush from a lot of different angles with these techniques. And to give this a little bit more shape.
What was a movie I recently watched? I think I watched one of the Conjurings again recently.
Yeah, there's a new one, isn't there?
Yeah, it's due out soon, yeah.
It better not be a flop because a lot of their spin-offs that they've been doing, I've not been such a fan of. What was that, Insidious? I keep getting them mixed up.
It was the Insidious ones. That's the one with the older lady who's a psychic.
Ah, yeah. They came out about the same time.
It's got both have got Patrick Wilson in.
That also makes it confusing.
Just sort of turn up in horror films a lot. In loads.
Yeah.
But he's good at them, so.
It is.
Pizza Marine.
I don't know. It could be. I don't know if that's coming up very well on the camera, but I'm just trying to blend some almost stretched flesh Nurgle effects over this just by freehanding them on.
Yeah, it's a step up from My Little Pony.
Yep. It's a different style of blending as well. Never was a fan of drawing cartoons because, not like I told you, the way I used to shade when I used to draw, it was all crosshatch and doesn't lend well to
Cartoon style.
Because it has to be precise, whereas I'm used to just blending and shading things in.
Yeah, cartoons all hard lines and smooth edges, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm terrible at that. So what is everyone else painting at the moment? It's always nice to find out.
Yeah. What have you been up to? Obviously, we know Omen's been playing around with some Space Wolves. You got any more done? What are you guys up to? I'm really starting to get the itch for painting something blue.
Well, you've been painting your world ears for some time now. That was too much.
Much too much. Much too young. You're married with a kid and you should be having fun. I do apologise for breaking into song randomly. It does happen. Especially when I'm concentrating.
It's weird that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, you're concentrating, but your brain needs something extra to do just to...
Because concentrating's just not enough. What?
Draw the same thing on a larger scale now, see if I can make that any more accurate. I'm not actually sure if my microphone's catching everything I say from over here. It's definitely better than the Logitech one I had where I was talking directly into the microphone because it's attached to the camera.
Yeah, it appears that mine's catching everything nice.
Yeah, it should be doing them. A little bit of the walnut brown.
Sound like a bin lorry, that.
Does a bit. Apparently though, these cameras don't pick up most of that sound from out this room, which is nice.
That's really cool. I suppose that's what mufflers things are for, isn't it? To diffuse unwanted sound.
Oh, these.
Mm.
They're spit guards to help with the pronunciation of P's and other things like that. Something I learned a while back when recording music.
I did learn.
Hey, I actually taught you something today.
Stop the press.
Boom, and it's caught on camera.
It's official.
Yeah, usually the only thing people learn from me is what not to do.
Yeah, it's generally a good idea as a rule of thumb is if it's something Dodge would do,
Don't
it'd be
do
an
it.
idea to not.
Push the envelope. Watch it bend.
That's one way of putting it. You generally ignore the envelope. What's an envelope?
Don't know, it might have a gyro inside.
Them other days signing on the most depressing line you could ever be in. Like being at Argos with less rewards.
Argos.
Shopping with the fun removed.
Muck that up.
It was though, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. It's,
I mean, shopping's bad enough as it is. That'll be my phone.
it's either that or we just got teleported into a western. water on here as well. I keep forgetting to add the water to the surface, which is going to stop the paint going on too lumpy.
What's up? Hello? What's up, babes? Yeah, I need a few. That's what I put in. I think I put some in my Amazon basket.
And then you start blending again. Blend that colour away.
Yeah.
Gonna have to let that dry a bit. Nah, I'm just mucking it up now.
The bigger ones now, the ones I'm after now are 4 litre. For quite small, quite thin. No, it's appreciated, it really is. Alright, darling. You too, bye.
No worries. Then blend that back out. And I'll start painting his face now with just a few colours, just because I am bored. Starting off with some water to break up the surface tension. Then it will be the Ogren camo and off-white again. Seems a little bit too rough. Add a little bit of peanut butter to the white, blend that from here. Ogren camo. Yeah, it's not going exactly to plan.
I wonder if Uncharted's going to get a sequel. Did a film of it with Mark Wahlberg and Tom Holland.
I've not seen that one.
It's alright actually, I quite enjoyed it, yeah. It's basically an Indiana Jones film.
Yeah, it makes sense. Same sort of concept, really.
Yeah, sort of treasure hunter. Yeah, I rather enjoyed it. It's exactly what you'd expect, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Loads of daft stunts and sort of pseudo comedy scenes. Sort of what you'd expect from a Hollywood blockbuster type action adventure movie.
I completely messed up that skin tone. But I was trying to stick to the palette that I've currently got.
Have any of you guys watched any interesting movies recently? I'm running low on ideas for what to watch on the old telly. Preferably not a horror, because I get bored of them. Sarah watches them all the time. That and crime serial killer programs. I'm sure she's trying to kill me off.
Just planning the best way how.
Yeah, just trying to figure out how to get away with it.
Yeah, I know. Just eat people. It's usually the best way to get rid of it.
Yeah, it takes a long time though, because you know, there's a lot of people.
Yeah, but one person. I worked out when I was bodybuilding, I could eat our loss within a week. Handy to know.
Yeah, but she's only little.
Yeah, it's easier. Makes my job easier.
Which Avatar? The first one. Last time Omen went to the cinema was when Avatar came out. I'm guessing that's Avatar 1 from the sounds of it, but is it the new one? Which is very okay. What was the last film I went to see at the cinema?
Harvest of Flesh.
It was one of the Jurassic Parks. I took Dylan and Sarah to see it. Sorry, not Jurassic Park, Jurassic World. Yeah. The second to last one. Not the one what's out, what's recently come out.
I can't remember the
one
names of them.
before it. That was the one when the place where the island where the Jurassic World is, where that was going to explode. Of course, it turns out it were giant volcano.
Ah. Yeah, I've not really paid. I tried to watch one, Jurassic World, I think the first one, but we were all drunk at the time, so no one was paying much attention. So I
No.
can't tell you whether it's a good movie or not.
Yeah, fair enough. No, the second one, it was a movie. Yeah, that's pretty much what I said. I didn't actually go to cinema. I found a stream of it, and I'm glad I didn't spend money watching it. It was enough to spend my time to watch it.
Yeah. One of those where you weren't paying for viewing it.
No, it wasn't that bad. It was, like I say, it was okay. I don't feel cheated from my time,
Okay.
but it's not a film I'm gonna go out and watch again. The original Avatar, that was groundbreaking. That was a multi-watch.
Yeah.
This one is a one-watch.
Ah. I'm with you.
Now I have found out recently that we're talking about, well, they're already casting a sequel to Gladiator.
No, leave it alone.
Well, I don't know how we're going to do a sequel to Gladiator because the character's dead.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
So it's like, what are you going to be talking about then?
They need to just stop mucking about remaking old movies and like they were good and just remake the ones that were crap
Yeah.
and need remaking.
Yeah. Stop remaking good films and making sequels to good films. Remake the shit ones and do them properly. I only go when we get a gift card to the movies. I don't think many things are worth the money, but I see every Star Wars on midnight release. Fair play to you, mate. I mean, I love the original Star Wars franchise, the sequels and prequels. Well, but in my opinion, the sequels make the prequels look like works of art, and they were terrible. The best one, what they made since the original three, in my opinion, is Rogue Squadron, which was superb. But now I don't go to the movies much at all. So little worth watching these days.
Yeah.
Although, if I was to go out and watch anything, I would probably go out of my way to watch stuff with Tom Hardy in. I think he's brilliant.
He is good.
And I really do wish I went to see Legend at the cinema.
Yeah. That was a damn good movie.
That was superb. They just did a re-show of all the movies on the big screen here not long ago, and it was a blast to see them on the big screen. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that being amazing. You know, having a couple of days just watching all the films. That'd be pretty cool. I can see that being cool. Actually, sitting down and watching them in sequence would make a lot of sense as well.
Yeah.
Who knows though, with Henry Cavill doing 40k, we might have something good coming out of that. So he's actually a 40k fiend. Although I've got no respect for his taste in being a Custodes fan.
Oh, hell no.
He needs
Down with that sort of thing.
Yeah, he needs to rectify that. What we do need to do is redo Father Ted.
Oh, leave the classics alone.
Well, the reason why they stopped it was because the bloke died. That's why there's only 2 series.
Yeah.
Don't wokeify it. Leave the jokes as they are, because they're. Father Ted was brilliant. Ah! I picked ear that.
Yeah, I'm not doing very well today.
Yeah, I'm having a bad brush day. Yeah, I'm saying, mate, I've not heard anything about anything other than being made. So, wasn't there were talk of I just assembled Dante?
Ah, nice.
Nice. I do like the new Dante model.
Very slick.
Yeah.
Very nice model.
Although I wish they didn't give him the new style jump packs. I wish they'd give him the old style with the wings still.
Oh, just give him the old switcheroo.
Well, you probably fit, but they've given him a new
Green
Primera.
stuff, some more elaborate wings on.
Yeah, they've given him the new Primera style jump pack, which makes sense because he's a Primaris Marine. But the single thruster with the wings, it's iconic, that look.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind painting Dante, to be honest. At the moment, my painting's everywhere. And mucking around with colour palettes and techniques.
You got a prime out to do soon.
I have.
And once you've got your head in the game.
Yeah, just got a few more jobs around the house to get finished. There's always background noise in my head. 'Cause, as you know, Andy, I never finish a bloody project. I'll start it, and then because I'm supposed to be doing it, I won't want to do it. I'll go and do something else. It's not very convenient for getting things done.
No, not really.
But I reckon after I've got this fire pit built, that'll be me with a bunch more free time.
Well, you best hurry up and do it because otherwise I'll paint it.
Yeah, you can if you want, because I've got plenty of stuff I want to convert on the live streams as well.
I don't mind, mate. If you want to paint him, feel free. Like I say,
Maybe I just don't feel my painting at the moment is a consistent quality.
Mine never is.
Trying to mix these colours on the model is a whole new skill. One that I'm trying to master without making it look all patchy. 'Cause I've been interested in the freehand for some time now. I needs more highlights in the correct place, but I should have left space to brighten that up quite a bit.
that your phone, not mine?
I think that was mine. It's probably eBay trying to sell me something again.
Black primer.
Probably. Usually is.
So, thanks eBay. We bought it off you once.
Yeah, about 10 years ago. The thing I struggle with most with the freehand work is keeping the paint smooth.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's because you have to build up the layers, and it's very easy for it to start lumping up.
Yep.
What I'm doing here is just going around with a pale light browny grey, just into the recessed areas of the white. It's going to allow me to just go back over with the white, but not be quite so bright, and just add a little bit of depth. So, it's a way of neatening up my white areas in a sort of a natural way. That's one thing about painting white is really unforgiving. You really do need to pay attention to what you're doing, which isn't always possible. This is one of my ways of covering my many mistakes.
Always leave room for coverage.
That's it. Be prepared for the inevitable mistakes because they will happen, and you just got to figure out a way of making them look better.
Mixing that arbuckle previously into this flesh colour was a bad idea. It made my slightly flesh colour go an extremely bright pink, which is not what I was going for. Mixing paints on the model though is something I've only just started doing for the past few weeks. Brown and a little bit of flesh. Should just be able to blend those back. I think I need a little bit more purple in that face, bring out those details. of the Arbuckle Brown. The other problem I have while doing this is keeping the mixtures of paint consistent colour wise. It's very easy to put a little bit too much of one colour in and change the entire palette.
Gloss varnish. You got the gloss?
This should all be up there.
Thank you.
Right. Walnut brown. Put a bit too much on there. Easy mistake to make. It's all a bit quiet today.
A little bit.
I haven't got the eye sockets in just the right place, so I had to move them up a bit. There's something resembling a skull on the knee. Add a little bit more of this green camo in there.
This is a bit of an experiment here. My worldies have a bit of blood all over them, but we ran out of that some time back, and we've not had a chance to replace it because it's been hard to get hold of recently. So I made my own, using gloss varnish and red, and hopefully it's going to turn out alright. If not, this model's getting stripped.
Back to the drawing board. Can't seem to get the technique right now. I was doing okay with the octopus, and now I'm back to painting armour again. It doesn't quite work. Purity white. That'll leave me nowhere to go. To get the result I want, I could have used a different set of paints. Struggling to keep us neat now. That's a bit too bumpy for my liking.
Let that dry and see what happens.
Yeah, colour wise, that didn't work out quite right. Didn't work out quite right. But I've got a lot to learn when it comes to just redoing these techniques. Let's add some water to that blade. Then I'm going to go in with some peanut butter and a little bit of the off-white. I feel like I'm going back to my basics again now.
So this is the Master of Executions, what I've given a night lord head to. Kind of wish I'd given him a shoulder pad as well, but I don't think I had any of them knocking about. That's one of the things I don't like about the Master of Executions is the basic heads, what you get with them. They're really weird looking. One's got this kind of crazy gimp mask from Pulp Fiction or some shit.
Yes.
And the other one's got a massive...
What head swap did you end up using?
I used a Night Lord helmet. The skull face.
That looks better though.
That's loads better. The proper helmets are really, really bad. Proper heads for them. I would never use them because they're bad.
Making a right mess of this. I'm already focused today.
Yeah, having a nightmare here.
It's had one of them days, mate.
I can see why they thought Pizza Marine.
Yeah, it's not showing up very well with the detailing either. It's just me mucking around.
Yeah.
As you can tell by most of my desk since we started the live streams. It's not the smoothest blend work either. I just can't focus properly with the technique.
Do a bit of converting.
I might do. I don't know.
But no one watching right now, have we?
No, I don't think so.
Perfect opportunity for it to air dry then.
I don't know, I'm just not really feeling it today, bro.
Go do what you need to do, man.
It's not ADD shit, my brain's like, finish this other fucking plot and can't, you know what I mean, I can't get paint on them, but brain's not there.
No, it's fine, mate.
Yeah, you're right in here doing this, because I think I'm just going to have a coffee to see where my head's at, because I cannot, for the life of me, get anything right or focused. I'll give this back in 5 minutes and go make myself a coffee and shower here.
You give me one, please.
Yeah, of course, mate. Anytime. What you
Thank
got to
you,
do is
Shane.
ask.
No worries, mate.
As long as we, like, Jen keeps kicking off because we keep forgetting to bring the cups back out end of the day. As long as we bring them out end of the day.
yeah, time to put a bit of effort into a Night Lord. It's been so long. I haven't painted one of these in ages. That's what it feels like anyway. So I'm starting off with the Contrast Leviathan Blue, which I found is actually perfect. Of course it's so dark you ain't gonna see it particularly well, but yeah, it's just the nature of the beast, I suppose, isn't it? I'm just trying to get a nice smooth coverage onto the armour plating. You can see it better on his foot. Although contrast is claimed to be done with one thick coat, you never paint that way because it clogs up the detail. So this is going to take 2 or 3 layers as I have thinned it down slightly. I'm just going to let it do what it does and drip into all its nooks and crannies as it wants to. Hard to reach bits on the inside there, of course, reasons. I did like the fact that he's carrying heads. Sort of fits. I didn't actually need to do anything to make him more Night Lordy, which was really nice. I normally wind up having to add flesh strips and such to him, but he's got a coat made out of flesh, which I'm going to do in different colours. So it means, as it's stitched together, it's going to look a lot nicer when it's different tones of skin. So I have some darker skin, some light skin, and everything in between. Dankeschön.
It's a difficult colour palette, that. Everything's very, very muted. Not what I'm looking for. Right, I should be back shortly after a coffee, maybe.
Yeah, mate, you're not feeling it. Don't worry.
I had proper high hopes for that model as well. You know when you paint something and you're just disappointed with how everything turns out on it?
Yeah, I have that feeling on that World Eater. He's alright, he'll do. But he's
Which
also
one?
that one. He's also at a level where I can, because it's thin paint work, I can come back and do more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he hasn't had an oil wash, which really does help with the white armour anyway.
Yeah, plus all those black lines in.
Yeah. So that'll make him look a lot better.
I mean, I was feeling the octopus the other day on live stream. I was actually enjoying that project
I
till
knew
the
you
end of the
were.
day. But now trying to use the same techniques on armour, I've switched back round. Originally I was good at doing these techniques on armour. Now, yeah, it's back and forth. Requires more concentration. I should be back shortly anyway.
You may or may not be back.
I may or may not be back, we'll see.
No, mate. Honestly, I think you should just finish that thing. What's bugging you?
Just get the hit done, because
Yeah.
it's bugging me, man. I can't focus.
Exactly. I know you mean. It's like
Trying to force me to focus on something, it's not going to work.
You want to do something else, so do it. It's fine.
Yeah, but my ADD doesn't bloody help any situation with getting anything done.
Well, just like I say, just get that job finished, then it's out of your mind, isn't it?
Alright guys, I'm hopefully going to be hitting the live stream hard on Monday on YouTube. Yeah, hopefully. But if you want to continue watching the Bigmeks live stream, just jump on over to Twitch TV /Bigmeks Paint Studio and check Andy out on Twitch, as I think he's currently still talking to Omen on there and painting a Master of Executioner.
Yeah, and I'm back to my default settings.
So I will see you guys on Monday.
So, the Master Execution